Transformation is my most personal work to date. The central character, Tom, is someone who, like me, was born painfully shy and docile.
I was born a very docile child, filled with every kind of doubt and fear, feeling anxious when somebody came too near. I found I longed for some kind of release, wanting everyone to live in peace, hoping all that noise surrounding me would cease. I could never see why there always had to be a great deal of unpleasantness and so much disharmony. People so inclined to take umbrage and offense for the slightest reason or excuse. It just seemed to me to make no sense.
From a very early age, Tom perceives the world as a dangerous and threatening place, oppression and violence all around him. I have this vision of a large portal, a large arched portal, through which the chorus emerge in a monk-like procession to lament the madness of the world.
So much aggression in the world, so much offending, so much oppression in the world, it's never ending. Madness is everywhere to see, so much invasion in our lives, it's never ending. There's nowhere you can hide from such insanity. So much observing all around, so much pretending. Everywhere people fighting for some idea. Divided by religion, they kill each other, never quite seeing what is false and real, and what they truly feel. Everywhere all is vanity, much deceit and lies from vested interests. Their only real concern is hoarding their investment. How long must all of this go? How long must it continue, this endless madness?
And as Tom gets older, he realizes that oppression and violence are not the only problems in the world.
Each day the world becomes more densely overcrowded. More than 350,000 babies born each day. While drought and famine plague the poorest of the nations, snatching hopes and dreams and lives away. Meanwhile, finite earth resources are depleted day by day. Only those with wealth power get to have a say. There's no democracy in many of our nations, where greedy, ruthless plutocrats hold sway. The gap between the rich and poor keeps growing wider, and it keeps on growing day by day. It has been that way forever. Nothing ever seems to change, but there has to come a day when things are rearranged. Babies just keep tumbling out each day, and every week there are millions more, and even more on the way, and still they keep on tumbling out.
Like me, Tom was born into a dysfunctional family with a mother who was always struggling to make ends meet, and a father who was always out gambling and drinking.
My father was a very weak man, given to gambling and hanging out in bars. I'm sure he never meant to cause harm, but in the end he left us with scars. He was a man deeply troubled inside, from things I think he wanted to hide, things that he was too ashamed to reveal, things that he tried very hard to conceal. There was a tension that hung in the air, a sadness of which I was always aware. I heard that he had once lost his best friend. Could that have been the cause in the end? The ghosts of the past persist through the years and shadow the present with heartache and tears.
Tom's mother broods alone at home.
He's out again tonight, drinking and gambling, and maybe caught in some drunken brawl. And every month we sink deeper and yet deeper in the mud, in debt to one and all. Each night I wait for him, hungry and lonely, and every night I get some excuse why there's no money for clothes and rent or groceries. So I say, what's the use? What's the use in being married to someone who never can provide for what you need? I keep trying hard to get him to change, but I never ever can succeed. And every now and then we have got to move on, as we fall heavily in arrears. And that's the way that our life continues throughout these never-ending years. We are never in one place for long. We are always moving on. We can never put down any roots. We have nowhere we can claim that we belong. It is hard not to feel self-pity, but it seems that I can never ever win. I just feel that I can't go on, though I try so hard to not give in. I sometimes think that I want to leave him, but then postpone it another day. And then I find that I've left it too late, for I have a baby on the way. I am trapped in a marriage I can't escape, with an extra mouth to feed. I am stuck with a footloose husband who can't provide the basic things we need.
Tom's domestic life is constantly disrupted by visits from unsavory characters and debt collectors.
We never stay in any place for long. Just when we're settled, it is time for moving on. It seems that we are always on the run. It makes it hard to find stability or have much fun. Life can be lonely for a rolling stone. You can't keep friends when you are always moving on. You don't have anyone to call upon. You get to like a neighborhood and suddenly you're gone. I feel that I am long past overdue for a vacation. I never seem to have much time for relaxation. It's time to pack our things and move again. I've grown so tired of it, it really is a pain. I'm tired of living such a nomad life. I'm tired of leading this existence as a poor man's wife. Just when you think you're settled, it's time for a new location. How does one learn to deal with this constant irritation? I would like to find a place where I'm guaranteed my space, some place that provides a base for me. But I found to my dismay that it never comes my way, though I pray that someday I will find a place for me and a little peace of mind. Just when you think you've settled, it's time for a new location. How does one learn to deal with this constant irritation? I just pray for the day when good luck comes my way and at last I can find a home. Somewhere I can remain for as long as I want, and I'll never feel alone. Life can be lonely for a
Constantly uprooted, Tom finds that every neighborhood has its gangs and its tribes who are jealously guard their territories.
So you think you can just invade our space? Well, let me make this plain. This is our territory, and if you think different, then let me tell you, buddy, think again. Every inch of this turf belongs to us. No one else can stake a claim. And if you can't accept that fact of life, then all I can say is, what a shame. Everywhere you go, it is all the same. People want to claim their space. Everywhere there is less room to share with the rest of the human race. So hit the road. Go away. Don't come back.
Shy and sensitive children are often tempted to withdraw inside themselves, but unfortunately their shyness and their withdrawal just tends to make them the target of bullies.
Child within has no one to protect him. You must learn to be your own protector. You must live behind a wall of toughness when life gets too tense. On the surface you may seem so self-assured, but it is really just a big pretense. For you have to live a double life for the inner child's defense. Part of you will always stay the same, no matter how much you may change outside. Though you may appear sophisticated, inside you remain a child. Everybody has a frightened child inside them, even though they may not seem afraid. We all show the world a bold facade. It is just the way we're made. Part of you will always stay the same, no matter how much you may change outside. Though you may appear sophisticated, inside you remain a child. The world can be a scary place. There's danger all around. It's wisest to be cautious and keep both feet on the ground. But you can never show your weakness to the world, for there are many who will take advantage. You must live behind a wall of toughness when life gets too tense.
Tom realizes that he has to do something to stand up to the bullies.
Come on, step right up and see the bullies. We have bullies for every occasion. We have fat bullies, thin bullies, medium-sized bullies, and the variety does stand there, but every bully uses a different kind of bullying technique. It's a cause of much despair. You find bullies everywhere, and unfortunately there is little you can do about it. There's just something in the air, it's the same thing everywhere. They just do not seem to care, that's just the way it is. Some may try to get at you by tweaking your emotions. Some may use all kinds of mental torture just for fun. Then there are the fashion bullies who may try to shame you. They want to impose their narrow views on everyone. There's another sort of bully of the intellectual kind. They want to get right inside your head and tamper with your mind. They can be the worst of all. They like to make you feel so small. They just want to make a fool of you, and that is all. Different kinds of bullies, what they have in common is a need to show just how imposing they can be. They just hate to be ignored, and so they try their damnedest to attract attention to themselves for all to see.
The only way we can deal with a problem is to stand up to them best as we can.
They say that bullies are cowards at heart. They run away from a strong-hearted man or woman. Of course, the most common kind of bully in our vast collection of bullies is the physical bully. Since the days of Charles Atlas, people have been trying to make themselves stronger so they can stop the bully from kicking sand in their face on the beach. Today, so many people going to the gym and working out that it's more about fitness and vanity, but it still does help to be physically strong. The stronger you are, the less chance you have of being picked on by the physical bully. Unless, of course, you come across the guy who likes to prove he is tougher than anyone else and who sees your strength as a challenge.
Stand straight, 1, 2, bend the knees, 3, 4, dip the waist, 5, 6, do it once again. Arms stretched, one leg, next you spin your body round, then you do it all again till you feel the pain. Each day you are becoming healthier, harder, leaner, stronger. You'll find that life will smoother and you'll live much longer too. Grab those barbells, lift them, swing them, keep it going till you feel the burn. If you want to be a macho man, then these are all the things you'll have to learn. Each day you are becoming healthier, harder, leaner, stronger. You'll find that life is smoother and you'll live much longer too. Eat your protein, lose those carbs and cut out all those fatty foods, come what may. Take up martial arts and learn to fight, and you'll live to fight another day. Each day you are becoming healthier, harder, leaner, stronger.
Tom realizes that if he wants to stand up to bullies, he has to sharpen his mind as well as his body.
Yes, it's true.
Bullying isn't just a physical thing. There is a kind of mental torture. Intellectual bullies like to make you feel stupid, trying to prove just how clever they are.
Trying to prove just how clever they are.
They like to throw a lot of fancy names at you, e.g. Schopenhauer, Marx, and Proust. They like to flaunt their superiority, trying to give their fragile egos a boost.
Trying to give their fragile egos a boost.
Everywhere you go, it is all the same. People love to strut and pose. They just like to feel superior if you can't keep up your toast. Many seem
to suffer from the Emperor's clothing syndrome. They claim to see things that are just not there. They pretend to be a flawless font of wisdom, when the truth is they are simply full of hot air.
When the truth is they are simply full of hot air.
Will you look at that?
Wonder where she got that hat. Have you ever seen someone so wildly out of style?
Hey, just look at that guy.
What an outfit, my oh my. Is it any wonder why I want to run a mile?
To be the height of sheep.
You will find a simple trick. You just have to keep your eye on new trends all the time.
This style's soon dead.
You have got to stay ahead. If you want to make sure you avoid a fashion crime, those fashion bullies will try to shame you. They will take issue with your choice of clothes and name you as a disaster, a crime of fashion, and they will do it with extraordinary passion.
Take pains with what you wear.
Tom finally feels he has prepared himself enough to face the world and to make something of himself.
Here's my chance, hallelujah. I must take it while I can. It's my chance to show all the world that I'm now a whole new man. What I must do is to try to help those who have to go through what happened to me. I must pursue what I know to be true. I believe it is my destiny. Here's my chance, hallelujah. I must take it while I can. It's my chance to show all the world that I'm now a whole new man. But there's no time to rest. You must still do your best. You must take the most of what you got. Now you have the chance. Now that destiny calls, you must give it your best shot.
Tom is elected a statesman and vows to do everything he can to improve the world.
What is clear is that it's up to us to change our fate. If we don't, we'll all end up destroyed by greed and rage and hate. Nothing is achieved through confrontation. Keeping a cool head helps calm things down. Anger just inflames the situation. We must really try to get along.
Tom's mother looks well at him.
It's been said, all that you need is love. Keep the peace, live and let others be. Be gentle and kind to others, and try to live your life in the heart.